Hello, in my last video I said that I would be going up to Leeds to help my son move accommodation at the end of the month, and I did over the end of June into the beginning part of July. Spent 3 or 4 days travelling north. Initially I thought I wouldn't have much time or opportunity to look for things, but I managed to extend my trip by a couple of days by staying with a friend on the way up. So it's not a brilliant haul, but I will show you the books I bought on that trip. And the first one is this, Susanna Clarke Piranesi. It's a first printing in generally very nice condition, and this cost me £2.49 from the Oxfam. Now I was delighted to get that, but it was the only book I bought in Market Harborough, even though there were 2 charity bookshops and at least half a dozen other charity shops. So that was my first buy. On the next day I went out and did a bit of touring from Market Harborough to see what I could find. And the first place I went to was Odeby, which is on the outskirts of Leicester. And the book I bought first was this one, The Corset by Laura Purcell. Now, not science fiction as far as I'm aware. I don't know whether any of her books count as science fiction, but I did already have one that was inscribed. And this one is also inscribed. It's the first printing in generally nice condition with one slight bump. And these were issued without dust jackets for £1.49. I thought that was a good buy and not one that I could turn down. The other book I bought in Odeby was this one. Now I already have a copy of this. This is the first printing in generally very nice condition, and this cost me £2 from the RSPCA shop. So I thought I can't leave it on the shelves at that price, even though I already have a copy. So I got that, and Peter Hamilton does occasionally do signings in London, so if I can get it signed, it will obviously increase its value. And that was it from Odeby. I then went to another suburb of Leicester called Syston, another charity bookshop, but absolutely nothing worth considering. So I then went on to Loughborough. Again, a couple of charity bookshops. One seemed ridiculously dear, but the Oxfam seemed reasonable. So I'll show you the 3 books that I got. A J.R.R. Tolkien, edited by Christopher Tolkien, so it was issued posthumously. Beren and Luthien, first printing, illustrations by Alan Lee, who's famous for illustrating Tolkien work. This one I think was £2.50, so not certain I wanted it, but I couldn't turn it down. Another one I got was this, The Hero of Ages, a Mistborn novel. Now I did have this book in its English edition, and it was a reprint, and I thought the chance to pick up a first printing in what is rather nice condition shouldn't be passed up. So that cost me £2.49. And finally from that shop, I think this one cost me £3. It's Conquest by Nina Allen. Nina married Christopher Priest a few months before he died. I've never read anything by Nina Allen, so I'm not able to comment on what this might be like, but I thought at £3 it was worth taking a chance. And that was a rather hot day, so rather than carrying on, I headed back to rest and sort of hide from the sun and the heat. Next, I'm going to show you 2 books that I got at a car boot on a Sunday. First one is this, By Spaceship to the Moon. It's by Jack Coggins and Fletcher Pratt, with a foreword by Willie Lay. It's an old book. I'm not certain when it was issued, but it's extensively illustrated. And I thought for £2 this was a good buy. I won't show you any more. £2. Nice condition apart from wear at the bottom of the spine. And the other one I got at the car boot was this. Now when I spotted this, it was priced at £10. So I thought that was a bit dear. So I said, would you take a £5? And he agreed. And the reason I was pleased to get this, it's inscribed to Christine by Bruce Boxleitner. Now, I expect many of you will recognise him from Babylon 5. I've no idea what he's like as a writer, but to get an inscribed copy for a £5, I didn't think it should be missed. Finally, I'll show you 2 paperbacks that I got from the Old Curiosity Bookshop. Now, they have quite an extensive range. They had 3 to 4 bookcases of science fiction, some of which was priced quite highly, some reasonably, but generally very nice condition. So there were 1 or 2 that tempted me for upgrades, but not at the prices they were showing. But there were 2 books which I didn't have and seem to be trending at the moment, 2 in the Pan Lozenge series. So one was Arthur C. Clarke, The View from Serendip, in generally nice condition, and Powell Anderson, The Guardians of Time, again nice condition. Now, I've not made a conscious effort, and I don't know whether I will, to collect the 80 books in this series, but I'm not averse to picking them up if I see them in nice condition at a reasonable price. I don't know how many of them I've got, because until I heard about someone defining these as pan lozenges, on my list I just used to record them as pans. So I have some of the titles, but whether it's a lozenge edition or a different edition, I do not know. So at some stage I might try and check them out, but to find them all in my collection would be difficult. And then finally, when I got to Leeds and I was involved helping my son move and one of his house sharers as well, I did find a couple of hours to pop down the Oxfam bookshop, and I bought 2 books. It's a series I've not got any of, either in paperback or hardback, but I saw these 2 and I thought they might be worth getting. John Varley, Rolling Thunder. So these are 2 books from the Thunder and Lightning series. I'm not sure how many there are. And the other one was Red Thunder. These are in nice condition. They were a bit pricey at £5 each, but I thought I would get them. I think I've seen 1 or possibly 2 of these before, either as reprints or not very good condition, so I hadn't bought them. And I certainly haven't seen them in paperback. So I thought I shouldn't pass up the opportunity. And so I got those 2 books. And that was it for my trip to the north. So I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I will find some more in South London in the next 2 or 3 weeks for another book haul. Thank you for listening. By all means, add comments or subscribe. This is me signing off. Thank you.